see the affirmation with a series, click on episode 0, which is the preview, which will give you an explanation of what this content series is about. Then watch episode 1, watch episode 2, come back here and you'll be caught up. However, if you've been with me since the beginning, welcome back. First of all, thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. I also want to thank the individuals that have been communicating with me through text and calling me, just sharing with me that this information is helping them. I truly appreciate that, because it just lets me know that the work that I'm putting out is benefiting you, and it just inspires me as we continue with this series. So do me a favor, if you're led, I don't mind the personal messages, but leave something in the comments. Also, please feel free to share this content with anyone in your circle that you may feel can use this information and it may help benefit their lives. What we're looking to do here is just really expand. I started this not too long ago. There's not a whole lot of subscribers or followers yet, but my goal is to really build and grow the family as this continues on. So again, thank you again for the support. And I'm going to do the very best that I can to bring it every time I bring a video to you. So today we are going to be working with the third affirmation in our affirmation series. Remember, the first affirmation goes like this: I am one with source. The second one, I am peace. And the third affirmation for this week goes like this: I am great health. I am great health. And you can interchange that affirmation. You can say, I am health, I am healthy. I went with I am great health because I put the word great in there so that it would give the affirmation weight. I'm real big on words. So when I speak it, I am great health. That word great sliding in there just really puts some weight into the affirmation. So that's the affirmation for the week. And what do we want to do with the affirmation when we're beginning to work with it? We want to make sure that we properly define it internally. So what does that affirmation mean to you? That's what we have to really identify. I am great health. When you say it, what do you feel? What does that mean for you? So for me, I am great health. I immediately tie into the fact that I am claiming total perfection in my health, in my entire body. Okay. All of my organs are working. Everything is just free and flowing. I enjoy being in my body. I enjoy being in this vehicle called my body. So you have to encapsulate what that definition is to you so that as you start to work with the affirmation, you can feel it. Okay, so that's very, very important. And then, of course, we take the affirmation through our process, which I'm going to bring up real quick. All right, we take it through the process of we write the affirmations out daily. Now you have 3 affirmations. So going into this week, you have I am one with source, I am peace, and now this third one, I am great health. So you want to write your affirmations out every day. Okay, then you want to say them out loud. All right, then you want to see the words in your mind. Okay, so just like a movie screen, you want to see the words, in your mind, like the credits running across. I am great health. Okay, and I even have an exclamation mark at the end. I literally see the words, white words on a black screen in my mind. All right, and then the fourth thing that you want to do is what? You want to experience this affirmation as it's already in your reality. Okay, that's huge. So again, after I go through writing it out, saying it out loud, seeing it on my movie screen, I want to be able to take about a minute and go through feeling what is it like to feel to be in perfect health? So I'm just taking it in. I'm breathing. And as I'm breathing in, I'm feeling my chest cavity. I'm feeling my fingers. Everything is working. I'm feeling my ears. I'm feeling my eyes. I'm feeling my thighs, my knees. I'm wiggling my toes. And it's all good. Everything is operating in perfection. And that's what you want to do. You want to have that feeling of being in perfect health. You want to thank the universe for being in perfect health. Okay. So as you're going through the process, remember, you want to write it out, say it out loud, run it across your mind, and then you want to end it with feeling it, experiencing it. Okay. Now, I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this affirmation this week because of the nature of it, there's some other things I need to talk through. Because this is an affirmation that some people may struggle with. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you one of the hurdles that you or someone you may know may run into working with this affirmation. I can see someone looking at this video, and it may be you, and say, Ace, you're talking all this affirmation stuff, but I'm in physical pain that I feel right now. Right now, I'm experiencing back pain, knee pain. I'm experiencing, migraines, headaches. I'm experiencing sharp pains in my shoulders that are constant. And this is what I would tell you. The physical pain that you're actually feeling, it probably wasn't always there. Most illnesses and injuries outside of like a car accident and things like that, they normally start in the invisible and then they show up in the physical. And when they show up in the physical, that's just your body communicating with you that this is here. We want you to recognize that this feeling that's now manifested in the physical, it's here. And that's a trigger to let you know that, hey, there's something that we may need to work on. You have stress and you have worry. We all know those two words real well, stress and worry. You can't touch stress. You can't touch worry. But what they can do is if you take on a lot of stress and take on a lot of worry, it can show up in the physical. It can be lodged in your body. And this is why it's important to work with affirmations, because when was the last time that you took some time and really thought through what having good health really means to you? And I'll take it a step further. How much time do you spend on claiming your good health daily? See, these things we don't do. However, we do know about stressing when we're not feeling well. We do know about worrying. We put a whole lot of time on that, but we put very little time in declaring and claiming what we really choose to experience. And this is just one of the affirmations. And I'll tell you something else. I've been working with this affirmation for about 20 years. I had it on my list of affirmations, but I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that in the beginning, this affirmation didn't really mean much to me. I was younger at the time, not in a whole, I considered myself pretty healthy and it wasn't really serious. So I was just going through the motions with this particular affirmation. I am great health. Who wouldn't want good health? So I'm just, it's on the list. But guess what? As time went on, this affirmation has become more serious. So if you are in physical pain, understand that this is going to be a process. Understand that this is even more of a reason why you want to bring this practice into your lifestyle. See, I work with my affirmations every day, no different than I brush my teeth, no different than I take a shower, because that's how important affirmations are. And health, my goodness, we all know individuals that are struggling with this. And I think a large part of it is that we don't declare what we choose to experience when it comes to having great health. So even though you're in physical pain, don't shy away from working with this affirmation, because my belief to you is this: if you're experiencing back pain and you start working with this affirmation over time, a couple different scenarios may end up. Your back pain may be reduced. Would that be worth it? Your back pain all the pain, all the may just disappear. Would that be worth it? There is no way working with this affirmation that it will not help you. That's the main point I want to get to you. It won't help you. I want to show you something. Back in 2017, this was me. Okay. I think I don't know what I had. The doctors told me they didn't even know what it was. They told me I had pneumonia and the flu at the same time, but they did not know how to describe it. Okay. I drove myself to the hospital at about 1 o'clock in the morning because that's how bad I felt. They were even shocked that I even drove to the hospital because I had a fever. I was just completely like, I was out of it. Okay. And fam, I want to tell you something. This is the closest that I have felt to death. I did not even believe I was going to get through this experience. It was horrible. I was bedridden for a little under 2 weeks. And for those of you that know me personally, you guys know that never happens to Ace. Well, this was my situation in 2017. And when I came out of that situation, I analyzed a whole bunch of different things in my life. I analyzed the people that were in my life. I analyzed um, my eating, my diet. I mean, I analyzed a whole lot because my goal was to never be back in this situation. And I'm going to share something else with you. The biggest takeaway that I got from this experience was my affirmation. It was right then and there. It clicked. Ace, you've been taking your health for granted. And ever since then, things changed with me. And the change didn't happen, the change may have happened instantly, but the progression of the change in the multiple ways my life was changing, that took some time. I immediately got on supplements, but I still wasn't exercising. Okay. I did minimize my fast food, but I was still eating Kit Kats, the king size. I was eating 2 of those a day because back then I was dealing with so much stress. I was using these big Kit Kats as a way to comfort myself. So I'm, steady saying my affirmation. I was able to get a couple things on track while I was suffering through some other things. Those Kit Kats kind of like brought me down. It helped reduce me. It's kind of like you can be all the way up here high. You need something to bring you down. And that's what those Kit Kats did for me. So while I'm working with this affirmation, I'm going through the progression of getting better. So as you're working with this affirmation, understand that as you start, things will take time. Some things you're going to start to see that you slowly make change in certain areas. Other areas it may be a little bit more challenging. Okay. My Achilles heels were those big Kit Kats. And I'm not talking about the one with the 4, I'm talking about the 8, the big Kit Kat with the 8 sticks. I was eating 2 of those a day. Now, you may be the individual say, hey, I can give that up easily. Well, that wasn't me. No different than you may be a smoker and I'm like, oh, I can give up smoking tomorrow. See, we're all different based on the energetic vibration that we're holding, the beliefs that we're holding when it comes to these different things. All right. Back in 2004, when I met and was working with Annette, really wasn't working with her, but really just talking to her about some different things dealing with health. We talked about pop and how pop is not good for the body. I gave up pop like that. There was nothing to think about. Now everybody can't do that. And I can tell you this, between, let's just say 2005 and today, 90% of what I've ever drank has been water. 90%. Okay. There are a few times I might have some juice. I think all of last year I had maybe 2 pops. Okay. But I made a full water conversion in 2004. In fact, I think the first couple of years I did nothing but water, didn't even cheat. And then I said, you know what, Ace, you can do it a little bit here, a little bit there. And that's what I did. But, and it's funny, even when I start drinking pop, it may just be 1 or 2. I don't even want it. I go right back to water, and it's instinctual. It's like I don't no longer need it. So there's a progress that you'll start to see yourself go through as you're working with this affirmation. Please do not think you're going to start saying, I am great health today, and your health just line up tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. It's a progression. And through your progression, you'll start to see different things. This is the other thing I can share with you working with this affirmation. I got more in tune with my body. I literally speak to my body. Okay. If a pain shows up in my body, I speak to it. And I'm meaning I'm speaking to it like I'm speaking to you now. All right. I can remember I had a pain in one of my legs, and I said, oh, we don't do this. We don't do pain. I am great health. I am great health. I am great health, over and over and over and over again. I can't tell you how many times I've went through that process, speaking to my body, speaking my affirmation, declaring it to the universe, and the pain either disappear 100% or the pain is reduced slightly until it all goes away. I've done that more times than I can remember. That's what starts to happen as you start to speak and declare this affirmation to the universe. Then your body starts speaking to you. There are times that things are going on with me and I quite don't understand what's going on. And because I'm working with this affirmation, my body will send me a signal to exactly what it is. Hey, you're deficient in your potassium. Hey, you haven't taken these supplements lately. Hey, it could be this, it could be that. Guys, this is all important, because when you declare this affirmation to the universe with genuineness and with a dedication of practicing these affirmations every day, the universe responds in order. But you have to be the one to step up to the plate for your own self and start this practice. We've been programmed to be reactionary beings. It's time to flip that coin. It's time for us to start declaring what we choose to happen for ourselves. We need to show up for ourselves. So I am great health. Write it out, say it, see it in the movie screen of your mind, and feel it, work with it. And when your body starts talking to you with pain, that's not when you want to shut down. Speak to it. Hey, what's going on? I can cough for no reason. Like, oh no, we're not doing this today. That's literally how I am. I am putting my body on alert that all we are claiming and choosing is perfect health, nothing else. And you have to put yourself in that scenario. And I know I'm spending a little bit more time on this affirmation, but I'm doing it because at the end of the day, people, money, peace, the at one with source. If you look at my affirmations list, okay, I want to be at one with source. I want to be at peace. Next is health. You don't see anything with money there, do you? And we're going to get to that in our affirmations list. But if you don't have these first, if you're not at one with the universe, if you're not striving to be at peace, and if you are um, not feeling good in your body, money means nothing. Abundance means nothing. Nothing at all. So take this affirmation and take it to heart. Because the older that I get, this affirmation becomes more dear to me. Because in this incarnation, we only have one body that we're in. And it's so important to affirm what we choose in our health. Because guess what? When we get bad news and it shows up physically, could be knee pain. Oh, we affirm that, oh, my knee hurts. And we accept the pain. You know, we think about it, it hurts. The pain is just a reminder. But what we do is we attach to it emotionally and mentally. But how many times do we affirm what we choose? No knee pain. I need this to go away. This is happening. This is what we are choosing to do with this pain. I don't have to attach to it. So the daily affirming of I am great health, writing it out, saying it out loud, visualizing it in your mind, and then taking a minute to feel it, even if you are experiencing the pain, you can still experience what it is to be in perfect health. Because remember, the physical pain that showed up came from somewhere. That's what most people miss. When the pain shows up and it's in the physical, it's tied to something that was in the invisible that we need to be working with. One more thing, and I'm going to close out. When I started off working with this affirmation, I am great health, like I told you before, I took it for granted. I am great health because, I assumed I was, whatever. And as time went on, I got more serious about it. But then I understood that my physical health was also tied to my emotional health and my mental health, tied to it. Because remember, what shows up in the physical came from where? The invisible. It's no different than this bottled water that I'm showing you here. This showed up in the invisible in somebody's mind before it became a physical reality. So a lot of the pain that we feel in our physical body is linked to something that we have to deal with emotionally and linked to something that we may have to deal with mentally. So now when I say I am great health, I am incorporating great health in my physical body, my emotional body, and in my mental body, because they're all tied together. So that's my time. I wanted this to be less than 20 minutes. I know I went over. I might even have to do a part 2. I'm going to go back and relook at it because I believe that this is just a very profound affirmation. And I feel that we all experience working with pain and feeling it, but I feel very few of us have really thought through, hey, why don't I affirm what I choose to experience in this body of mine? Why can't I feel joy in this body of mine? Okay. And one of the first things that you have to do is you have to make a decision that this is what you want to do. You have to start working with these affirmations and allow the process of great health to start to take place and build and grow with you day to day. Okay. Hey, that's my time. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your trust. I'll be back here next Monday with another Affirmations with Ace, episode 4. Looking forward to talking to you then. We'll talk soon.